What do you mean by Vishamashana? How to understand Vishamashana from the current perspective? This is the topic of this particular video. Dear ANA community members, press the like button and spread this particular video to maximum number of true Nidana learners so that we can make a huge movement through this particular small message. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that the YouTube algorithms will be fetching you the right information at the right time for the right purpose. When you think about the description of Vishamashana, we need to know about the certain concepts to be remembered. First and foremost thing, Rogaha Sarvepi Mande Agnav. Almost all the Nija Vikara, they are being mentioned to be manifested because of the poor functioning of Agni, maybe in terms of the Ushna Guna or Tikshna Guna or Saraguna, Dravaguna, and all they are, if they are functioning abnormally, that will be leading to the poor functioning of Agni. Thereby, the person may suffer from the diseases. Most of the Nidana, which are being mentioned in the context of Ayurveda, almost 95% of the cases, they are mainly related to the Ahara related ones. That means any kind of the abnormal diet. That means if the pathogens are entering through the oral cavity, maybe in the form of either Adhyashana or Vishamashana or Viruddhashana, Atyashana, Rukshashana, Guru Ashana or Snigdha Ashana. So these are the different ways where the most of the occasions, more than 95% of the cases, they are considered to be mainly related to the oral cavity origin as such. And whenever if you think about the diet as such, there is only one particular pattern of food intake that is considered to be healthy for an individual at a particular time period. The same pattern of food consumption may be unhealthy to the same individual at a different period of time. For example, if 30 morsels, or what we can say in Hindi, Nivala, so if the 30 morsels are ideal for Vata Kapha Prakriti individuals, suppose in one afternoon, say for example today, the same amount of the food with the same quantity and quality may be unhealthy during the evening time or in the next afternoon time. This is because the health of an individual, that is mainly considered to be changing every single day. Hence, elaborate evaluation of the individual in terms of Rogi Pariksha, that is very, very important. For example, Vata Kapha Prakriti individuals, they will be having different digestive fire. They will be having different physical strength. They will be having different physical characters. In the sense, Vata Kapha Prakriti person, in some of the occasions, that may be due to Guru Gana increase in the body, and in some other occasions, that may be considered to be due to the increase of Snigdha Guna in the body. In some other occasions, that may be considered to be due to the increase of Shita Guna in the body. And some other occasions, that may be due to the increase of Guru Shita Guna increase. In this way, elaborate evaluation of the individual, that has to be very, very essential when you are thinking about the, what do you say, that the Prakriti of an individual or Rogi Pariksha of an individual is concerned. Hence, so Vishamashana can be any abnormal pattern. Say for example, if 30 morsels, instead if he is consuming 25 morsels, that is Vishamashana. If the same individual is trying to consume 35 morsels of food, then also it is Vishamashana. 29 morsels, then also it is Vishamashana. 31 morsels, then also it is Vishamashana. 30 morsels, will be considered to be ideal for that individual. Hence, this is the identification of Vishamashana or Vishamahara is very, very delicate process as such. When you think about the Vishamashana, it is mentioned in Charaka Samhita, Vishamam, Bahuva Alpam, Va Aprapta, Va Api, Aprapta Atita Kalayoho. In the sense, Bahubhuktam, Alpabhuktam Va, Tatha, Apraptam, Atita Kalam Ja, Bhuktam, Vishamamuchyate. So here 4 different patterns are there. Bahu Ahara, wherein the person is going to consume the food in excess quantity. Alpa Ahara, the person is going to take very little amount of quantity. Aprapta Ahara, the person is going to consume the food substances too early before the appearance of appetite. Atita Ahara, the person is going to consume the food after long period after the appearance of appetite. So these are the possible ways where we can able to analyze the Vishamashana. Of course, these are not happening in the same way. In the sense, first of all, he is going to do Bahu Ahara, then he is going to do Alpa Ahara, then he is going to do Aprapta Ahara, then he is going to do Atita Ahara. It is not so. So these are the permutations and combinations. For example, if the person is going to consume at present Bahu Ahara, the next time is going to consume Aprapta Ahara, the next time is going to consume Alpa Ahara, the next time he is going to consume Atita Ahara, and the next time he is going to consume Alpa Ahara, then Bahu Ahara, Atita Ahara, Aprapta Ahara. So like that, there is no proper pattern of food intake, either in terms of the quality or in terms of the quantity or in terms of timing, that will be observed in case of Vishamashana. So here an example of Bahu Ahara, the person is going to consume too much amount of the food at a particular time period. So here this may be responsible for the increase of either Snigdha Guna or Kledata in that, depending upon the nature of the consumption of the food substances. Suppose if the person is going to consume this much amount of the food substance in excess, it is going to increase the Ushna, Tikshna Guna in the Mahasrotas itself. Thereby, that may be responsible for the Pitta Dosha increase in the body. This is how Bahu Ahara. Suppose if the person is going to consume instead, is going to consume curds more, that may be responsible for the abnormal increase of the Kapha Dosha in the body. This is Alpa Ahara, where the person is going to consume the very little amount of the food. So that is, very little amount of the stomach is going to have the accumulation of the ingested food. In this way, the person may be having the increase of the Laghu Guna in the body. Aprapta Ahara. So that means, suppose if the person is going to have the appetite 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, if the person is going to consume somewhere in between 9:30 or 10 o'clock, that is considered to be Aprapta Kala Ahara. So here there are the four major time period where the person is going to do Aprapta Kala Ahara. Whereas Atita Kala Ahara, 8 o'clock, is going to get the appetite at around 12 o'clock. Still, if the person is to consume the food at around 3 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock, then it is considered to be Atita Kala Ahara. So, the impact of Vishamahara. So, that is going to decide. Suppose here the 4 different examples are being given. First frequency of food, second frequency of food, third frequency of food, and fourth frequency of food. Suppose if the person is going to do in one occasion only Laghu Ahara at around 8 o'clock, 10:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that is considered to be Vishama Ahara. In this particular occasion, there may be the possibility of increase of Vata or Pitta dosha or Vata and Pitta dosha in the Mahasrotas. Suppose if the person is going to consume Guru Ahara 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 pm and 3 pm, etc., this may be responsible for the increase of Guru Guna in the Mahasrotas. Snigdha Ahara at around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 and 2. This may be responsible for the increase of Snigdhata in the Mahasrotas. Shita Ahara 7:30, 10:30, 2 and 4. Here that may be responsible for the increase of the Shitata in the body, in the Mahasrotas. Suppose if the person is going to consume Laghu and Guru Ahara at a particular time, that may be responsible for the Laghu and Guru Guna in some of the occasions, that too in the different areas of the, the stomach, that may be responsible. Laghu and Snigdha Guna. Laghu and Snigdha Guna increase may happen in the Mahasrotas. In this way, the impact of Vishama Ahara, that may have an impact of that particular respective Guna increase in the Mahasrotas. So as such, we have discussed earlier, increase of either one Guna or two Guna or multiple Guna that may going to take place in the Mahasrotas first. Then we are going to see them in intravascular compartment and then interstitial compartment, later at the intracellular compartment, which in turn initially leading to the irregular functioning of Mahasrotas in terms of the Ushnata, Vayu, Kleda, Sneha, Kala and Samayuga, which in turn leads to Ahara Parinamakara Bhava dysfunction. So wherein the abnormal functioning of the Vata that is going to take place first, because there is no observable pattern of food intake in case of Vishama Ahara or Vishamashana. And the impact of this, initially the person is going to do Vishamashana, which may lead to Vishama type of the functioning of Jatharagni. So which may be leading to Vishama functioning of either Ushma, Vayu, Kleda, Sneha, which is being influenced by abnormal time as well as abnormal diet patterns, which in turn leads to Vishama functioning of Vata primarily, which may be associated with abnormal functioning of Pitta or Kapha, or Pitta and Kapha, depending upon the nature of Nidana Sevana. To sum up, Vishama Ahara or Vishamashana refers to Vishamam Bahuva Alpam Va Aprapta Atita Kalayo. Bahubhuktam, Alpabhuktam, Tatha Apraptam Atita Kalam Cha Bhuktam Vishamamuchyate. This means irregular pattern of food intake in terms of quality, in terms of quantity, and in terms of timing, that is considered to be the word meaning of Vishamashana. Hence, while dealing with the Vishamashana, we have to analyze the following factors with deep questioning, such as Prakriti of the individual, Ahara Shakti of the individual, Vyayama Shakti of the individual, Satmya of the individual, Mala Pariksha of the individual, and other exposure to Nidana, etc., that will be coming into play in deciding the Vishamashana and its impact on health and ill health of an individual. Dear ANA community, that is what is being discussed today in this particular video. What are the major key takeaways from today's discussion? Mention in the comment box below. What is the one video that you'd like to hear in the coming days in this particular channel? Mention in the comment box below and spread this particular video to maximum number of true Nidana learners so that we can make a huge movement out of this particular small message. Thank you for watching this particular video. Something more will be discussed in this particular channel in some other days. Thank you once again.